Alright folks, Doomwaves here. I've never done this kind of video before. It's kind of a casual look video or a quick look. Don't want to steal Austin's slogan, so we'll just go with quick look. Doomwaves, quick look. One of my favorite games of all time. This Wolfenstein. This particular port is for the Super Nintendo, and I believe it's also ported to the Atari Jaguar and maybe the 3DO too. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if there was any other ports, but it's an originally a PC game by ID Software or id Software. I think is actually how you say it. Obviously, most of you in the gaming world know that this is touted as the original first-person shooter on the old DOS computers. I was a huge fan of it on the DOS system on our old computer. I had it when I was a kid. We played through it hundreds of times, my dad and I, and we found all the secrets, and we actually mapped out, where everything was, at least in the first episode, Escape from Castle Wolfenstein, on the PC. But this particular port I'm going to look at here is the Super Nintendo port. Before we get started, I want to say that I don't particularly love this port, primarily because of all the censorship. One thing you'll notice if you're a fan of the game, Wolfenstein, the original Wolfenstein, you'll notice right away they've taken out all Nazi symbolism. All the swastikas and pictures of Hitler are gone. The pictures of Hitler are there, but they took off the little mustache, so you can't really tell that it's him. And they changed instead of shooting dogs, you're now shooting giant mutant rats. And obviously they don't speak German anymore. They're now speaking English, and they all say halt or stop. They all say the same thing. But all in all, I would say, though, that it is a very good port of the game. It's very playable. There's lots of differences, obviously. The levels don't look exactly the same as the original levels did on the PC, but it is pretty close. It plays about the same, and I like the controls. The controls feel pretty good. You use B to fire. A is the use, or to open the doors or push walls. And you can strafe with the L and R buttons, which I really like, and you can actually circle strafe, which is pretty good. And obviously, D-pad gives you your directions, and the select button, it changes your weapons. And that's one of the cool things I noticed about this game too, is that they added a couple of weapons. I haven't played through the whole thing. I haven't beat it. Got through the first episode and a little bit into the second one earlier. That's when I decided to go ahead and shoot this video. They added a flamethrower, and they also added a rocket launcher, which are pretty cool additions to Wolfenstein. So let's get started here. Coming up to the title screen, there's a password function, which allows you to skip to levels if you like. Skill level, there's hard, easy, normal. I'm going to go ahead and play it on normal, and we'll go ahead and start the game from the beginning. Now, it gives you this mission briefing. Blackowitz, you've served the Republic well, blah, 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 blah. Lots of jargon there that I won't get into. Just you can see it for yourself and read it if you ever decide to pick up this port for the Super Nintendo. So this is level 1. Like I said, the controls are pretty fluid. You can strafe left and right, which I like a lot. And you can actually circle strafe, which is cool. With no analog sticks, so I thought that was a pretty cool function. It's one of the things that's really lacking in some of these original first-person shooters on home consoles. So I like that. So you get in, you start the first level. Obviously, I mean, things have changed a little bit. The layout is not identical to what it used to be, but the walls look the same, the enemies look the same, the weapons look the same. I mean, it's pretty close. And like I said, not everything is where it originally was. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up a little bit so you can actually hear some of the sound effects and whatnot. There's one of the mutant rats I talked about. There's a whole bunch of the mutant rats. And you'll notice instead of dog food, it's my guess is little blocks of cheese laying around for the rats, but you can pick those up. It helps your HP. And a couple other functions I like about this, a couple of things they added to the port. You can get larger size ammo. You can get like a box of ammo, which obviously is worth more than the 5 or 8 or whatever's in the clips. Not very many, 4 or 5, something like that. Secrets are in the same places for the most part, except for on the levels that didn't exist before. I think level 2 on here is completely different than level 2 on the PC. But yeah, so I mean, it plays pretty much the same. See, there was one of the large boxes of ammo. I should have showed it to you before I just grabbed it. And also, the other one of the other things I really liked that they added was a backpack. You can pick up a backpack like you can in Doom, and you can hold more ammo. You can hold 199 bullets instead of just the standard 99, which is what it was on the original PC. So, I just did. Oh, there we go. There's one of the big boxes of ammo. I'm not sure how many's in it, and it won't even let me get it because, yeah, I already have the maximum because I haven't got the backpack yet. But usually, I mean, they're in hiding places and secrets, and like any game like this, in trial and error, you pretty much just have to go around and press on walls and just because you never know when there's going to be a secret passage, especially in these. This original Wolfenstein. I mean, that's how they figured it out anyway. So, yeah, I mean, this is the first level. I guess I don't know what else to say, really. I mean, I guess I'll just play it for a little bit and something else comes to mind. I'm not like an aficionado on Wolfenstein or Doom, but I really do enjoy ID Software's stuff. So, I didn't grow up with the Super Nintendo. I grew up with just an NES, but a good friend of mine had a Super Nintendo, and he didn't have this game, but he rented it. And I can remember being at his house when he had it rented one time and just being like, "Oh, that's Wolfenstein," or as I called it when I was a kid, just Wolf. Hey, that's Wolf. And I was really excited. And it's like, wow, I mean, that's so cool that it was on the Super Nintendo and not just on a computer. So yeah, I'm fairly new to the Super Nintendo myself, which seems weird. 25 years old, and I just got my first Super Nintendo this year. But hey, it's true. And other than the censorship on here, like I said, very playable port of Wolfenstein, and it is way ahead, miles ahead of the port of Doom for the Super Nintendo, which I actually kind of hate. I mean, I own it because I'm a gigantic Doom fan, but I don't play it. It sits on a shelf and doesn't do anything. It sits on a shelf as a collector's item because I have no desire to ever play it again. It's kind of a personal goal of mine to collect every... Dang it. Kind of a personal goal of mine to collect every version of Doom and Wolfenstein that exists. I'm partway there. I have Doom for the Super Nintendo and the Jaguar, and also have it coming in the mail from a trade for the 32X. So yeah, and I've heard that the 32X version is pretty good. But I've heard that the Jaguar version is the best. And in my experience thus far, I would have to agree. Obviously, I haven't tried the 32X version yet, but the difference between the Jaguar version and the Super Nintendo version is so crazy. But there's lots of comparison videos on the two 32X and Jaguar, and also the Super Nintendo version. So I probably won't record a video unless I just want to, just because I love Doom. I'm not really a completionist when it comes to Wolfenstein either. If I pretty much find the stuff I need, find the keys, and get lots of ammo and stuff, I really don't care about completing the level 100%. As you can see, I didn't find any treasure in that level, and 55% of the enemies and 16% of the secret passages. I really am not interested. I don't know, in Wolfenstein. I kind of just want to get to the boss and beat it. But if my memory serves me correctly, yeah, you can tell by the music. Kind of gives it away. At least in the first floor of the game, the boss level is the third level. You know, and it kind of looks the same as it did on the PC. There's health over here. There's the backpack that I talked about. So, with the chain gun, pick up some ammo. You can hold 199 now, so that's cool. And if only you could exceed 100% HP and have armor. So as you can see, he looks the same as he did on the PC. He's just as easy to beat too. Let's see. Get the key. Go load back up on ammo and health because you can keep it when you head on to the next level. So load up here. And you have lives too. Like see down by his face, you can see the number 3, bottom left corner by his right cheek there. Some treasure in here, an extra life, and the exit. There you go. I completed a complete mission. Mission 1, floor 3 complete. And it gives you all that good stuff. There you go. That's my look at Wolfenstein 3D for the Super Nintendo. Doomwaves, signing off.